Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already behind? Not behind on your emails or your chores, though maybe that too, but behind on your own life. Like you're stepping into a movie that's been running for years and you've missed the plot, but you're still expected to play the lead. Most mornings I wake up and I feel the residue of yesterday. It's in the dry taste in my mouth, the slight ache in my shoulder, the memory of a conversation that didn't go well. We carry our yesterdays like a physical weight. We walk into the kitchen and we aren't just us. We are the person who failed that exam 3 years ago, the person who stayed in that relationship too long, the person who promised they'd start that project but didn't. It feels like the script is already written, like the concrete has set. We look at the day ahead and we don't see a field of possibilities. We see a narrow corridor shaped by every mistake and every habit we've ever formed. We feel finished, or at least well on our way to being done. There's a line by the poet S Eliot. He lived through world wars, through deep personal unhappiness, through a world that felt like it was breaking apart. He wrote, "Every moment is a fresh beginning." Now, before we go any further, please don't believe him. Don't put that on a vision board. Don't use it as a mantra to feel better about yourself. When I first heard it, it actually made me a bit angry. It sounds like something someone says when they aren't currently drowning. It sounds like a greeting card. But I've been sitting with it lately, not as a promise, but as a question, and I want to look at it with you, not as a motivational truth, but as a potentially terrifying or perhaps exhausting possibility. If every moment is a fresh beginning, what does that actually mean for the moments that just happened? Does it mean the past doesn't count? If I hurt someone a minute ago, and this moment is a fresh beginning, am I absolved? Surely not. That feels too easy. And what does it assume about us? It assumes we have the power to shed our skin every second. But have you ever tried to shed your skin? It's a slow, painful process. It's not a flick of a switch. I wonder, who does this quote benefit? It sounds like it's for the optimist, but maybe it's actually a burden. If every moment is a beginning, that means the pressure never stops. You're constantly at the starting line. There's no resting in what you've built because you're always, supposedly, starting over. Is it a gift to be fresh, or is it a kind of amnesia? Are we meant to be people with no history? We live in a culture that is obsessed with the reset. We have New Year's resolutions, we have Monday motivation, we have the refresh button on our browsers. We are constantly told that we can and should optimize ourselves. If you didn't work out today, don't worry, tomorrow is a new day. But in the digital age, our past is more permanent than ever. Our mistakes are indexed. Our old selves are stored in the cloud. We're haunted by ghosts of who we used to be, while being told by the world that we should be living in the now. Think about your job or your family. You walk into a room and people see the you they've known for 10 years. They don't see a fresh beginning. They see the person who is always late, or the person who is always quiet, or the person who always complains. It's hard to begin when everyone around you, including the algorithm on your phone, is convinced they already know exactly who you are. But let's be honest, maybe Eliot was wrong. Maybe the truth is that no moment is a fresh beginning. Maybe every moment is just the inevitable consequence of the one that came before it. If I knock a glass off a table, the next moment isn't fresh. It's a moment of broken glass and wet floor. I can't begin my way out of the cleanup. There's a comfort in the idea of continuity. If I am just a series of fresh beginnings, then who am I, really? Where is the me that holds it all together? If we take this quote too literally, we might lose our depth. We might become shallow, skipping across the surface of time, never letting the weight of our experiences settle into wisdom. Maybe we need the past. Maybe the stale moments, the ones where we feel the heavy, slow grind of time, are the only ones that actually change us. Is a beginning even valuable if it doesn't cost us something from our ending? Let's just stay here for a second. Take a breath. Right now, in this exact second, you are hearing my voice. The second before this is gone. The second after this hasn't happened. In this tiny, thin slice of time, are you actually beginning? Or do you feel the pull of your story trying to drag you back? I wonder what it would feel like just for a heartbeat to believe, Elliot, to believe that the person you were 3 minutes ago, the one who was worried or bored or cynical, isn't the one who has to finish this video. It's an uncomfortable thought, isn't it? Because if you are truly fresh, then you are also responsible. You can't blame your past for what you do in the next 5 seconds. T.S. Eliot wasn't a motivational speaker. He was a man who looked at the ruins of Europe and the ruins of his own life and tried to find a way to keep writing. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Maybe he didn't mean it's easy. Maybe he meant it's a terrifying choice we have to make over and over, even when we don't feel like starting at all. Or maybe he was just hopeful, and maybe hope is a type of defiance. I don't have the answer. I don't know if we can ever truly start over, or if we are just carrying our old selves into new rooms until we run out of breath. But I wonder, if you could actually set down the weight of you just for a moment, what would you do with the very next second? And what's stopping you?